Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Funtabulous Reckless project. It's been a whole day. It's been a long time. In fact, since the last show, I am one day closer to death. That's all that's changed. I'm just like one day older, getting closer and closer to that wonderful moment where I just say, fuck it, because we're all going to die anyway. So, that reminds me, actually, they've taken all the broken ships out of the ocean. It's reckless.
Woo!
Thank you. They've taken thank you out of French. It's merciless.
Woo!
They've taken the book of Ruth out of the Bible. That's ruthless. Thank you. And they've taken One Direction out of the charts. Thank fuck
for that.
Because they are shit, aren't they? Thank you very much. They are total and utter fucking shit. But seriously, people say to me, Michael, you can't love the Spice Girls and hate One Direction because they're exactly the same. And it's true. They are the same. Spice Girls, One Direction. I'm watching Five Pussies.
Woo!
And I clean that one up. Because I can't say cunt.
Cunt.
We never say cunt. Cunt is a word that we don't use. Only cunts would use that word, seriously. Because that reminds me, I was doing a show a while ago, and I was talking about Berlusconi, and I said, Berlusconi, what a cunt. And afterwards, this old woman with 3 kids comes up to me, and she says, Michael, can you please stop saying Berlusconi? Because he's such a cunt, isn't he? You know. Actually, I loved it because Berlusconi said recently, all I want now is food, a place to sleep, and regular sex. That's what Berlusconi said. I just want food, place to sleep, and regular sex. So why is he so desperate to stay out of prison? I see a solution here. Yeah. What's the difference between Berlusconi and coronavirus? Coronavirus might go away. What's the difference between Mrs. Thatcher and coronavirus? Thatcher couldn't close all the hospitals. You know, I loved it when Mrs. Thatcher died. I loved it. In particular, because the first tribute to Mrs. Thatcher, this is true. I read it on Wikipedia, so it must be true. The first tribute to Mrs. Thatcher came from Berlusconi. And I thought, fair enough. I mean, he fucked with minors too, so that kind of makes sense. What's the difference between coronavirus and my mother's legs? Coronavirus won't spread forever.
Hey.
You know, out here in Italy where I live, the anti-coronavirus slogan is it's a John Lennon quote. It's true. It's a quote from John Lennon, and I am fucking sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm like, please stop quoting John Lennon. It's easy if you try. It isn't hard to do. And I'm not the only one. Actually, I said to Paul McCartney, I said, who has the biggest penis in Southeast England? And he said, your mother should know. Oh, did you like that one? Did you like that one? Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of the Beatles. One of my favorite Beatles stories is John Lennon. He wrote the song God. Do you know that song God? It was on his first proper album. And it's a very controversial song because he goes through all the things he doesn't believe in. And he ends with the Beatles, you know, and he's going like, you know, I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in Buddha. I don't believe in Gita. And right at the end, I don't believe in the Beatles. And there's this dramatic silence. And it always makes me laugh. It always makes me laugh because, like, for John Lennon, that's the controversial bit, is it? You know, he's going like, I don't believe in Jesus. It's fair enough, mate. I don't believe in Buddha. It's a free country, isn't it? I don't believe in Gita. Fair dues. In the words of the albino with diarrhea, fair dues. Right. I don't believe in the Beatles. Oh my God. What did you just say? You leave Ringo out of this. Thomas the Tank Engine saved my life.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Yeah. What a pile of shit that program was, you know.
No, it was my fucking life. Fuck you.
Yeah, but when you think this was somebody who's like part of the Beatles, it's a bit of a sort of drop, isn't it? It's not like going from strength to strength, you know, going like Sgt. Pepper, White Album, Abbey Road, Thomas the Tank Engine.
I'll give you that one, Michael.
Thank you. That's what she said. That's what she said, yeah. No, but seriously, I'm joking here, but I'm a big fan of the Beatles. I think the Beatles are almost as good as the Spice Girls. I do, and it doesn't get greater praise than that from me. Because I was reading, I had to laugh because it said there was going to be a concert before lockdown. There was going to be a big sort of music concert, and there was going to be Paul McCartney next to Jerry Halliwell.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know, seriously. And even I had to laugh at that. I thought, you know, like member of the greatest, most important, influential, groundbreaking, key band in music history next to Paul McCartney. I mean, for fuck's sake. I couldn't believe it, seriously. But seriously, you know, because I'm a big fan of the Beatles, and Ringo Starr, this is absolutely true, he did a concert here in Rome, where I live, a couple of years ago. And I kind of wanted to go because I thought it's a Beatle, and I've never seen a Beatle. And then I thought, at this point in my life, it's probably better to die without having seen any Beatle, as opposed to just Ringo, you know? I could just imagine my great-grandchildren sitting on my knee, not in a Jimmy Savile sense, just, you know. And I just imagine
now then.
You couldn't resist it, could you? No, I'm the opposite of Jimmy Savile. I'll fuck anything that's over 16, you know. But
should I play that audio tape? Should I play the audio tape, Michael?
Not now. This is a comedy show, right? This is. I'll just explain this. The tape that I heard. This is how disgusting it is, right? It is so disgusting that I was offended. Right, that's how bad it is. You know, that I was actually offended. Okay,
I think Kurt's heard it as well. I think.
Yeah, but I mean, Kurt has a modicum of sensitivity, and I don't. I'm like, you know, what's the difference? What's the difference between me and a hysterectomy? A hysterectomy is not a total cunt, you know.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, and even I found it offensive. So that's pretty good going, you know. No, because my ambition is to be the next Andrew Dice Clay, but not as subtle, You know. But no, seriously, I just imagine, you know, my great-grandchildren, you know, me having seen Ringo, my great-grandchildren sitting on my knee listening to, you know, the White Album, you know, thinking, oh, this is awesome, you know. And I say, oh yeah, and I've seen one of them live. Yeah. I go, oh my God, you've seen a Beatle live? Which one? Well, you know. The principle of the thing, really, isn't it? You know, the fuck off, granddad. Ringo doesn't fucking count, you know. Anyway, now that's enough of my bullshit. We're going to move on. We got some proper comedians now. Some proper comedians, people actually say amusing things that make you laugh. Which, no, because that reminds me, when I was at school, I had this great music teacher, and there's this rule in music. I can't remember what it fucking is. That's what a great teacher he was. And it's, there are 4 notes. Kym, you're a musician, Kym. You might be able to explain this to me. There are 4 notes that follow a rule, and it's FACE.
I'm not that fucking good.
Right. Okay. The first rule of music is self-belief. That's what I like. A bit of self-confidence.
I've never heard your mother complain.
I have. She moans.
Hey, I know she likes fingering minors. I know that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fucking minors. I love that. Yeah, playing on his organ. You know. When I was at university, there was this big thing for like an organ player paying, and I thought, why would I pay to see a man play with his organ? I can do that for free in my own home. It's like, what a waste of money. No, but seriously, and he said there's this rule, I can't fucking remember, and it was FACE, which spells face, and he said on the worksheet there's a picture of a face, right? And he said it's a joke, but it's not the kind of joke you laugh at. I thought, well, it's not a fucking joke then, is it? I mean, it's something else. That's a strange thing to say. It's like, it's a meal, but it's not the kind of meal you eat. Is it? Yes, I am very good. She's very good at oral sex. Yeah, that's right. But I said to my mother, is it true that you've given blowjobs to every man in London? She didn't answer. She had a mouthful.
Oh, no.
She had a mouthful, seriously. No, because that reminds me, Sarah Jessica Parker, this is absolutely true. She offered me free oral or free anal. Well, what do you think? Sarah Jessica Parker, free oral or free anal? In the end, I chose anal because you don't fuck a gift horse in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's right, yeah. In fact, Sarah Jessica Parker is writing a memoirs. It's called Straight from the Horse's Mouth. Absolutely true. Anyway, enough about my mother's oral. It's like Homer, the oral tradition. We're going to move on with a proper comedian. This is a comedian I've seen many times before. He's very funny. Please give a big round of applause for Robert Auty.
Hello. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you, Kym, for letting me perform tonight. It's an honour. And I'm just shocked because I am from Gloucester. But it's not a bad place. Got a beautiful cathedral and a cake shop run by our most famous resident, Rose West.
Hey!
Thank you. So we're in lockdown still, and it's shit. It's not fun. We're not enjoying us. We're fed up. We're bored, and we're watching constant repeats on the telly. I mean, this week I watched Carry On Screaming 7 times. But then I really must stop watching the news. Now, during the pandemic, of course, we've had all this about panic buying. But I do have to say, I do understand the logic of stockpiling on toilet paper. Because every time I do watch the news, I shit myself. And who'd have thought that during 2020 or 2021 now as well, that it's more legal to do these type of handshakes than it is to do. Anyway, moving on. We have had a little bit of good news because I am pleased about the vaccine, and there seems to be more rolling out, and I think this is very, very good news, and it's helpful to us. Although there are a lot of people that think that a vaccine isn't safe. But then again, when in the last 10 months has anything been safe? I mean, let's face it, a vaccine would, also we never worry about safety anyway, do we? Let's think about it. There was a drug in England a few years ago. I don't know if you remember it. Michael might remember it because it was called Spice.
Yeah.
And it made you paralyzed. No one said, oh, the side effects are you make you paralyzed. I'm not taking that. No, everybody thought, fuck that, it's free. I'm having that. And then you got, when it's your birthday, a friend buys you a drink. And normally when it comes back to your table, it's your birthday. It's got steam and bubbles coming off the top of it. It's got a horrible colour. And it's got everything in there. It's got gin. It's got rum. It's got whiskey. It's got Jaeger bomb. It's got Fireball. It's got absinthe. It's got hand sanitizer. It's got Novichok. And not once do you look at that drink and say, the fuck's this? I'm not drinking that. Because it's free. And also, it's the anti-vaxxers, the stuff they're coming out about what the vaccine might contain. It's incredible, really. I mean, one thing is baby fetuses, but the other is microchips. Now, can somebody tell me what microchips are like? Because I like chocolate chips, I like potato chips, and I like fish and chips. So I'm game. Also, other things they've had the semen sample of Charlie Sheen. Now that last one was actually a lie that I made up, but the news is the other two were also made up by anti-vaxxers. But the best one I heard was apparently a cure for a vaccine. What a vaccine might contain was they were going to have to kill. And this is true. I saw this on probably Wikipedia or somewhere else or some Daily Mail. That apparently to find a cure for COVID, we're going to have to kill for their livers 1 billion sharks. 1 billion sharks. Like Jaws. Dun, dun. Well, but the problem with this the inconsistency of that is apparently that leading the way on finding a vaccine for all this time is Oxford in England. Oxford in England, 1 billion sharks? Because I don't know about you, I've never seen them on the boat race when they're getting chased down the Thames by 100 tiger sharks. No. I bet the first year it wasn't even a boat race. What happened? Oxford and Cambridge rowing down the Thames. Suddenly, Oxford looks around. Cambridge, what? Look behind you. Huh? Shark! No wonder they rowed so bloody quick. So, as you might have gathered, I am single. And for good reason.
Aww.
Thank you.
Don't
I have cold. I have a cold for 9 months of the year. For 3 months, I have hay fever. I'm very uncomfortable around the opposite sex.
Woo!
Because of my erection. And work for my council as a custodian because I'm shit under pressure and have emotional outbursts over the smallest things.
Woo!
My erection. However, I have had successful relationships. I've had sexual ones too. I met someone. Thank you. We connected on all levels. Music, ideals, personality. Neither of us had one. But there were 2 things that fucked it up for us both. She had OCD and I live in this shit tip. So she dumped me. I was devastated. Now, thank you. Now, I don't blame her for dumping me, but before she left, she could have done a decent thing and tied it up.
What a bitch.
Exactly. Thanks, Kym. Thank you for your support. Come on. Power to us.
Fucking bitch.
Fuck your mother.
Mother.
Anyway, we'll talk about that later, but I have got a number. But I think I'm very, very low down the queue, like a vaccine, so never mind. But the last thing I want to talk to you tonight about is modern. Because I hate modern. I'm 44 years old. Now, modern, you'd think, is a improved and updated version of something. However, in my case, I always find it overcomplicated and shit. For example, sat-navs or Google Maps or GPSs. These work fine up until you need them to work. When you are lost. Because trust me, when you are lost, those things completely shut down on you and won't talk, only to tell you that there's a speed camera. And why is there a speed camera? because I am lost and running late. In 1977, George Lucas released Star Wars. It was like nothing we'd ever seen before. We were all impressed. 20 years later, he decides he needs to modernize it with CGI. Completely fucked it up for all of us. When your favorite band tells you they're about to release a modern sounding album, you know what you're going to get. R&B or One Direction. The BBC iPlayer. There used to be a time on Catch Up where I could watch my favourite shows, but now I have to log in a password that is about 28 digits and letters long, and then I'm told to log into another device to log back into the TV device, so I still haven't watched Peaky Blinders.
What a load of bollocks.
And the last thing, modern art. It's shit. But a long time ago, I took my girlfriend to Tate Modern. By the way, I didn't have a good time. It had modern in the title. But what I want to know is this. I took my girlfriend and paid £40 to look at a bed which had used condoms and soiled underwear, knowing that that lady who came up with that won a prize. Yeah, I take my girlfriend home with me for the very first time. She takes one look at my semen-crusted sheets and semen-crusted mattress and walks out on me.
Oh.
But the kick in the bollocks was this, because I found out she's now living in London with Tracy in the master bedroom of fucking Tate Modern. Anyway, that's been my time. Thank you for having me. Good night.
Thanks so much. Excellent stuff there from Robert Auty. As always, thank you. I did enjoy that. Yeah, it's interesting what you were saying at the end. In fact, about sheets. Yeah, you have to say that very careful. I hear sheets. Yeah, because I remember the 7,412th times that I spunked the sheets, and my wife told me to stop. Yeah. What a wet blanket. What a wet blanket. Really. Seriously, you know. If a man says he likes all sheets, is that a blanket statement? Yeah. If somebody says he likes all brooms, is that a sweeping generalization?
Oh my God.
Yeah. If someone says he likes One Direction, is he a complete cunt? Probably yes. Because they're shit, aren't they? No, I'm kind of into art myself. In fact, I believe that Leonardo complained about his model always being negative. Yeah. He said, "You're such a Mona Lisa." Really. Such a Mona Lisa, honestly. No, but you're absolutely right, Robert, about the you know, all this technology, in particular Facebook. I'm so fucked off with Facebook. In fact, I'm going to read something that I saw on Facebook. I've got to read this because it is just so funny. This is absolutely true. Not only did somebody write this, which is kind of spaz, right? But he or she, I don't know what, I give a fuck anyway. It's a cunt either ways. But he actually put it on Facebook and shared it with a waiting world. Okay, this is not a joke. This is what was written. And it says, here we go. 10 months ago, our daily lives changed dramatically. Now, this is clearly somebody with their ear very close to the ground. They've heard about COVID, right? So I think we're starting, you know, this is kind of the Stephen Hawking of Facebook. I think this is somebody very, very astute, right? It's a bit like, you know, who pisses me off is Michael fucking Moore. I fucking hate Michael Moore because people say Michael Moore is a genius because he discovered that America is corrupt.
No shit.
Well done. And he needed 6 billion hours of footage to prove it. Oh, fuck yourself, you know. It's like that idiot who did a film saying that McDonald's food is unhealthy. Yeah, well done. Yeah. Anyway, these people are heroes in America. Anyway, so here we go. 10 months ago, our daily lives changed dramatically. Yeah, a bit of a scoop there. But unless everyone changes their ways, things won't return to any semblance of normal anytime soon.
No fucking shit.
Well, I responded in the words of Oscar Wilde.
Oh no.
I said, "Shut up, you stupid cunt." Because you see, unless everybody changes their ways, I really don't think it's going to make a big difference, quite honestly. You know, let's change our ways and we'll solve the problem. Yeah, let's all be nice to each other, and then COVID will be gone by next Wednesday. I'm not convinced. So this is the kind of crap that we see all over Facebook. The other one that I hated, and this was a while ago, it was positive thinking, right?
Woo!
That should have got me to stop in the first place. Oh yeah, Oscar Wilde is from The Importance of Being Earnest. Yeah, that's right. Now my favorite Oscar Wilde quote was when somebody said, "Sir, you are drunk," and he said, "Fuck off, bitch." Brilliant, right? Just like that, right? Just completely, spontaneous wit. It was great, So at least he wasn't quoting Blackadder. I mean, that would have been awful. But anyway. So breaking news, Reckless Improv are planning to invade the AMG Comedy Festival. Fingers crossed. Big round of applause. Wonderful news. Oh, another bit of good news is that Kym Nash, has an album coming out, don't you, Kym?
Do I?
Yeah, you've got a comedy album coming. When is it coming out exactly?
It's coming out February 6th, and it's able to be pre-ordered.
Right, it's February the 6th. Okay, so put it in your diaries. If you forget February the 6th, just think February the 6th.
If you forget February 6th, you'll probably see me bragging about it all day on that day.
All right, yeah, I think you mean boasting, not bragging. Yeah, but
I'm being a little PR slut.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, because I love those household devices that connect electricity. Sorry, that's a plug. That's a plug. Yeah, well done. Yeah. So no, I'm looking forward to that. I think Kym is the all-in-one Spice Girl. Don't you?
Yeah, and I've got bigger tits than them.
Yeah. And another announcement. Let's not forget that tonight's show is sponsored by Top of the Morning Coffee. Big round of applause.
Woo!
Yeah. So something else. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying this because I'm assuming you can read. I can read. Well, no, because I'm an English teacher, and we used to have these cassettes. It was an English course called Headway, and they were little cassettes for listening. It's all online now, but in those days we had little cassettes. And I'm convinced that everybody who did these English learning cassettes was a frustrated actor. I'm convinced that they had 5 years acting school, and their friends go to work in Hollywood with Laurence Olivier, Meryl Streep. They get fucking Headway English, but it's not going to destroy them. They're still going to be actors, and no matter how fucking shitty the text was, they always did it like actors. And there was one, it always made me laugh because it goes, they were teaching the verb can, right? And it goes, "I can read and I can write." You're 40 years old, for fuck's sake. It's not really something to be proud of at this point in your life. Do you know what I mean? I can read and I can write.
Fuck you, Cambridge.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Good old Cambridge. Yeah. So no, but very quickly, just before I move on, there's this other thing that I hated on Facebook, and it was positive thinking. Oh, that should have got me to stop positive thinking. But it said, think of 3 things you like every day for 30 days. And life will smile at you.
What a load of bullshit.
Exactly, in the words of Oscar Wilde. And I just thought, how the fucking hell can I think of 3 things I like every day for 30 days? There are only 5 Spice Girls.
Hey.
I wouldn't get through the fucking weekend. And even if I did, it'd still be fucking Monday afterwards, wouldn't it? So go fuck yourself. Anyway, next up, we've got one of my favorite acts. She's going to be presenting or emceeing Housefire next Saturday. I can't do it for reasons that I will not bore you with.
Masturbating.
Oh, great.
Not this time. Not this time. No. In fact, I sent you the email. I wrote it with my free hand. I believe that.
Which one?
Yeah, I was stroking the cat with the other hand. Don't know what you were thinking.
Too much information, Michael.
Yeah, and masturbating frantically.
Too much
Poor
fucking
cat.
information.
Poor cat. That's all I can say. She'll never be the same again. But no, because I hate it when people give too much information. You know, because I'm a teacher and people say, you know, I say, can I do the lesson on 7 o'clock Monday? And they say no, because my son goes to gym and then he has to have a shower and there's a shower at the gym. But I don't fucking care. Just say no. I don't do the same thing to you. Can we have a lesson tomorrow? No, because tomorrow I'm drinking beer and wanking over the Spice Girls Say You Will Be There video. I don't do that. So anyway, big round of applause for the next act. One of my favourite acts. As I said, she'll be doing Housefire next Saturday. So enjoy that. Big round of applause for Maggie Levine.
Hi. Okay, so I live here in Brooklyn, New York, and we're actually a COVID hotspot. Don't it kind of sounds cool, doesn't it? Almost like with this really nightclub. Very exclusive. Only 10 people allowed in at a time. Oh, and we also have to shut down at 10. But seriously, this pandemic has really made me change how I do things. For example, I was on the subway. This homeless guy gets on and starts singing very well, I might add. So, per usual, so when he came around, I gave him $1, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do. And the guy looks at me and goes, I'm not touching. The homeless guy looks at me and goes, I'm not touching that. Do you do Venmo? Okay, homeless guy is doing Venmo. So recently it's been unseasonably warm here, so a lot of people are going around without their masks. Not because they're being complete assholes, but because their faces got spring fever. And any ladies watching this, you can use this pandemic to your advantage. Next time you get fed up with random guys telling you to smile, this is the answer. Just remember to always match your mask to your shoes and handbags, and do not wear white masks after Labor Day. Another weird thing I've been doing while we were quarantined is, well, not weird, they're my roommates. I should get to know them a little better. Siri and Alexa. And Siri has been eating way too many edibles. I cannot have a coherent conversation with her. Siri, what is the weather today? There are feathers by the bay. Feathers? We're nowhere near the bay. Is it going to rain today or not? Don Knotts, an American actor, go eat another edible. Shut up. Alexa, meanwhile, and I have to do this quietly so I don't set her off, is basically the drunken loudmouth. The other day, I was in here at like 4 o'clock in the morning doing a show out of Australia, and I am very quietly trying to turn the lights on because my husband's trying to sleep, right? Alexa, lights on. Okay. Shoo. Way to keep it down there. Another weird thing about the pandemic is it's giving me time to think about weird shit I never think about, like the creation of the earth. But seriously, I'm sure you've all heard the Bible story. God supposedly created light on the first day and the oceans on the second day and went on the entire week. And I thought, wouldn't it have been a little faster if he had just invented contractors on the first day instead? He could have made the first electrician who would have dealt with all the light shit. He could have created the first plumber that day. The plumber would have sorted out the oceans and the water and all that. He could have created a zoologist. The zoologist could have gotten all the animals. The botanist could have gotten us all the plants. He could have created his entire team on the first day, and the team would have settled all this shit in a couple of days. He totally could have cut us down, but that would have been more efficient use, right? Like, create your team first and then delegate. Don't just do the whole thing yourself. I mean, what are you, freaking God? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I realized that's who we're talking about. I actually did bring that up to somebody, and I was told that that would be a bad idea because if he had come up with contractors on the first day, they'd still be at a bidding war trying to get his services, and we'd still be waiting for the damn ocean. Okay, that was new. I need to work on that. Another thing about living here in New York City is alternate side parking. You have to be moving your car from one side to the other for the street cleaners. I actually forgot to move my car once, and I got a ticket. It actually kind of helped, though, because at the time I was driving a silver car. It was parked in a row of other silver cars. So the bright orange envelope they gave you with the ticket really helped me make my car stand out so I could find it, you know? It was like, silver car, silver car, silver car, Maggie's car, Maggie's car, Maggie's car, silver car, silver car, silver car. The real punishment, though, wasn't the $45 ticket. It was this huge green sticker that they plastered across the back window, basically informing the entire neighborhood that it was my fault the street was not properly cleaned, so now they can all come kick my ass. Thank you, NYPD. I finally get to laugh at the kick my ass part. Thanks. But you guys all read the Scarlet Letter, correct? Or are you familiar with it? Mm-hmm. Remember she had to wear that scarlet A for adultery? I was driving a green P for parking. So another little known fact about myself, I'm an ordained minister. You know, they let any yucks get ordained online nowadays. The cool part is that at my old job, I can make up any religious holiday I want. And by law, they have to let me out of work. Because I need to leave work early on Fridays, I'm conducting happy hour services at Our Ladies Night at Joe's Bar and Grill. I currently work as a background actor, basically being an extra in film and TV. That sort of work has really changed my priorities. I grew up in the 80s listening to New Kids on the Block, and I dreamt of someday marrying Donnie Wahlberg. Now I work on Blue Bloods, and I dream of being that blur standing behind Donnie Wahlberg. We have our own lingo that we use on set. For example, it's a wrap means we're done for the day. Martini shot means the last shot of the day, which I really prefer because when we're done for the day, I never have an urge to go out for a chicken wrap. Yeah, I always wonder about the job of a location scout. A location scout, okay, that's somebody who goes out and finds like a place for you to film in. I was filming a scene recently in what was supposed to be a rundown trailer park situation. So we were actually filming in somebody's house. And I can only imagine how that conversation must have gone. Excuse me. I love your house. It's absolute shit. Can we film here? How do that work? I used to work on Law and Order a lot, the original series. And when I tell people I worked on that show, they always say the same thing. Were you the dead body? That would have been a step up. The dead body got to join the Actors Union, got paid more than I did, and got to go for the lunch line ahead of me. That show's off the air now. I have to settle for a rape victim on SVU. Speaking of rape victim, we have a sexual predator who's been groping women coming out of the subway. So this local group came up with the answer. They have people out walking the dogs by the subway late at night, and they escort people home coming off the train. Okay, I think this is a great idea because now I come off the subway late at night. I see Miss Nussbaum, my 90-year-old neighbor, walking a Chihuahua Fifi. I feel so much safer already. I'm standing there like, all right. Nussbaum, you're with me. That guy's coming after me. He's going to do you bitches first. They really love a diversion. I'm pretty sure I can run faster than a 90-year-old woman. Okay. So my So you know how a lot of companies are outsourcing their customer service? So you call up what was supposed to be an American company and you're talking to some guy in India. Well, my friend recently confessed to me that she's been cheating on her husband with an Indian guy. I was like, oh my God, your husband's been outsourced? Here's the fucked up part. She can walk around without a scarlet A for adultery and nobody would think twice about it. But God forbid, should I park on the wrong side of the street? And on that note, my name's Maggie Levine. You guys have a great night or day or whatever the hell it is where you are.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff, as per usual. Yeah, you have to be careful with the time difference because I live in Rome and we are 3,712 years behind everybody else. do bear that in mind. Yeah. No, it's interesting you're talking about TV shows. I'm a big fan of reality shows because they're so realistic and credible, aren't they? You know, they really are. My favorite. Yeah, speaking of reality shows, do join us on the 2nd of April for a satire retelling. It is satire. It's very, very subtle satire. Believe me, it's kind of Lenny Bruce satire of the Passion Story featuring Marvin the Magnificent as Judas Iscariot. Marvin the Magnificent bears an uncanny resemblance to one of the performers up tonight, but I'll let you work that out for yourself. But anyway, no, my favorite reality show is Hell's Kitchen featuring Gordon Ramsay because it's so credible and believable. You know, I'm sure that if I ran a professional restaurant and I was expecting a visit from one of the world's greatest chefs and harshest critics, I would serve him exactly the same fucking shit as everybody else and leave a couple of dead locusts in the sink and not have even the most basic ingredients. You know, we can't get any fucking bread, Gordon. You know, it's so believable, isn't it? Yeah. In fact, Gordon Ramsay has a new TV show. It's called If You Can't Stand the Heat, Fuck Off.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. In fact, Gordon Ramsay apologized for telling one of the contestants to shut up. He said, sorry, what I actually wanted to say was, fuck off, you cunt. Okay, so let's just get that out. Yes, we have another show, another cancer show, right? It's a charity show. It's on the 4th, isn't it? The 4th of February?
Yep, 4th of February from 6 o'clock GMT.
2021. Yeah, you should point that out because there could be somebody who gets the year wrong. You know, it's like, oh fuck, was it this year? Got my like. You know.
We're gonna try and raise 100.
In my diary for 2024.
We're gonna try and raise 125 at this one.
Excellent. Yeah. Because I actually got paid 125 for one of my shows.
Not by me, fucking haven't.
Yeah, no, seriously, I did a show and they said, we're going to pay you. I said, you don't have to pay me. I'll just enjoy it. And they said, no, we're going to, as they say in Italian, so we're going to pay you. And, you know, they paid me 125, which was great. In fact, they rounded it up to €1.30, which I thought was really generous of them, wasn't it? Yeah. So anyway, you know, but no, because I love it when people put the year, you know, because I remember years ago, I went to this, it was some kind of, I learned a lot. I can't fucking remember. It was some sort of rock. It was like some old rock that had been there for years. And somebody put some graffiti on it and they said, I was here 7th March 2015 AD. There's really no need to put AD because the possibility, somebody putting BC, A, I think it would have washed off in the rain by now. And B, the possibility that they knew that in exactly 2015 years Jesus would be coming is really, unless it was one of those sort of psychic people, like read your mind. Yeah, because I actually went to somebody to discuss what kind of person I am, really. And we did some tests. Yeah, that's what came out of it. It was total cunt, Because you get kind of bored with these things, because I went to a psychologist and it was about, I'm not joking, it was about 6 months, about 6, 7, 8 months. And it was a lot of money. And it came out. I came out of the therapy, and the psychologist says, you know, you're perfectly sane, relaxed, and in control of your life. And I thought, that's a fucking rip-off. I want a pathology, you fucking cunt. You know, I mean, what a fucking con. Anyway, I was so disappointed by that. I really was. Anyway, now we're moving on. We've got somebody whose first name is extremely similar to my nickname. Seriously, absolutely true. No, because when I was at school, people called me bad names. You know, they held my head under the toilet.
Becky cunt.
Yeah, they used to kick my head in. You know, our teachers were tough. Our teachers were very tough. Seriously, you know, it's like when my cousin went to school, there was a strict rule of no makeup, no high heels, and no mascara. And I thought, fair enough, it is an all-boys school, so why not? So moving on, big round of applause for the next thank. This is the hilarious Curt Seablom.
Hey, gang, how you guys doing?
Woo!
So, all right. So I'm a father of 5 kids, and I have them part-time. You know, I'm a part-time dad. Hopefully after a few years I'll get full-time with benefits, who knows? But anyway, one of the things I like doing with my kids though is I like doing rockets. I like building rockets with them. I'm trying to motivate them to do some more scientific stuff. And I've got 4 girls, okay? So let me get that out now too. So my idea was, all right, I'll get the rockets, we'll paint them and build them together, and they'll get something out of it. With 4 girls, you end up with a lot of pink rockets. If you thought the rockets looked phallic before, I'm just saying, going through the field with some pink rockets with some purple racing stripes is not a good look. So anyway, we're going to the field, and then my 13-year-old asked me, hey, can we just launch rockets here? I mean, isn't that illegal? I said, well, technically it's illegal, but I mean, it's for science. She said, oh, like North Korea. Not like North Korea, but anyway, I miss, well, we have NPR, National Broadcast, National Public Radio, like BBC. I miss good news is what I'm saying. We don't listen to the news anymore. So anyway, these rockets, they go about 1,000 feet up. And I try to go out there first in the field to go find the rockets, because I don't want my girls to go out there and find some condoms and be like, oh, look, Dad, look at this small parachute. First of all, it's probably a normal size parachute. Let's not judge. But anyway, yeah, because I mean, people aren't out there for science, right? Not everyone's out there for science. But one of the really cool things with the coming out now is, like, now there's a lot more countries that are involved in the space race, and that's wicked cool. I grew up in the 80s, and then it was just US and Russia, very space racist. It was very white, very space racist. Now there's China, there's India, everyone's involved. It's awesome. And I'm curious if we'll get some, like, cool designs on those rockets, like imagine like a giraffe pattern painted on one for Africa, right? For a rocket, or like maybe like wood grain, like a Viking ship from Norway, or like possibly in North Korea, if Kim Jong-un gets sick again, his sister takes over, maybe we might actually have pink rockets. It could happen. Anyway, I'm gonna share with you my one British joke. I only have one. So
English, go on.
Thing is, I had a girlfriend who had huge tits, and she was a Brit, and I called one boob King Charles, and the other one Oliver Cromwell. They're always banging into each other, right? So anyway, before we broke up, then she let me kiss King Charles, and then came Oliver Cromwell. Then all over Cromwell. Okay, you know what? That joke killed 400 years ago.
It
4,000.
took me seven times before I got it.
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
Right? Those are those slow burners. They'll be driving home and you're like, all over. I get it now. Still not funny. That's oh gosh. All right, you guys. You know, I've got some monologue jokes based on some news articles this week. So
Whoa.
yeah, right. Someone's been writing. Okay. So first of all, okay, I'm not sure if you guys were aware of this or abreast of it. Facebook had to issue an apology after labeling England's landmark, the Plymouth Hoe, as offensive. They actually flagged it as offensive language. Luckily, the Portsmouth pimp said it would let it slide. Another big landmark out there. In Atlanta, Georgia, the state police cleared 32 out of 33 police that were caught cheating on the exam. But they were cleared. 32 of them were. All they had to do was unbutton their top button and start crying. In Tampa Bay, Florida, Beer Can Island apparently is disappearing. It's a real thing. Police are looking for clues inside rickety shopping cart island. Okay, so a week after Trump left the White House, QAnon members are losing faith, and many of them are seeking help with therapy or support groups or a third grade education.
Yeah.
A Chinese man who is currently engaged with his sex doll, Kim can relate, just purchased a baby to complete his family. So now he's got a complete family. The bad news is, after he bought the baby, the sex doll's boobs started sagging. In Alaska, they are investigating why vanity plates were issued with Nazi slogans. Social media had posts of license plates with words like Third Reich, Fuhrer, and Disney. All right. Okay. Now for this last one, I would like to do this one as an impression of one of my favorite British comedians. Okay. Ready? Hold on a second. Let me get in character.
Whoa.
Yeah. Right. So, marine biologists.
2.0.
It's me.
Marine biologists are saying that the shark population has dropped over 70% in the last 50 years. Across the world, jaws dropped. Right, jaws dropped. What do you think? Huh? Okay. Terrible.
I liked it. It's uncanny. It was like he'd walked into the fucking room.
Right. I mean, it's like I have another twin.
Who isn't fucking your wife?
Right. Who isn't? Or it could be. Who knows? Yeah. Oh Lord. Anyway, earlier Maggie was talking about doing background acting. I live above LA, and I used to go there a lot for background acting too. And one of the things you could do also was you're a seat filler, right? So if you go to a game show or a talk show and it's a light crowd, they pay you $50 to go sit there and clap for the game show or whatever. They called it clapping for money. It was terrible. You were a trained SEAL. They would just throw you little mini cookies and you just Anyway, what would happen is you get on the studio, and before you could go into the building, they have you in the lot, and you're in a little corral, like a horse corral almost, and you just sit there wait. And before we went in, the last time I was there, the guy in front of me said, "Hey, security, I gotta take a piss." And the security guard looks at him and she says, "Nope, gonna have to wait." And she starts walking. And then she turns around and she says, "Hey, bathroom man, come with me." And I look at the person behind me, the lady behind me. I said, "Bathroom man?" I really miss the old Avengers. Who are these new guys? Bathroom Man? It's got to be one of the crappiest superheroes there is. Anyway, guys, that's my time. Thank you for having me. Back to you, Michael.
Whoa. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the wonderful Curt. Very, very similar. Curt Seablom. You know, I did enjoy that impression. I can do an impression. Do you want to see my impression?
I would love to see it. It really even looked like
I can do it anyway, but it was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it's not the sort of question you answer. It's not a fucking question, is it? So, no, seriously, this is my impression because I want to do something different. Because I'm always moaning. I'm always talking about jerking off and masturbation, Spice Girls, and you know, kiddie fiddling and stuff. So I thought I'd do something a bit different. I'll do an impression. Right. This is I've been practicing. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Right. Yes, thank you.
Victoria Beckham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eat the fucking food.
Actually, Victoria Beckham looks like a cross between a stick insect and another stick insect.
Woo!
No, I don't qualify for that one. You know, as I said before, I think it's funny when Victoria Beckham supported Comic Relief because I don't think she's a good example for starving children. Really, I think they give her the food, quite honestly. But anyway, no, but seriously, this is my impression. Yeah. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Don't laugh. I haven't done it yet. Laugh at the right time. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. Hang on. Sorry. Got to get into character. My dad gets into me. I've got to get into character. Okay.
That's Spice Girl.
Now then.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
David Beckham.
Yes. Don't put me off. Don't put off. I'm going to be here for 7 hours if you keep doing this. All right. So I don't mind. You know, I'm perfectly happy to stay for 7. That's what it takes.
Try me.
Here we go. That's what she said. Now, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes,
Jimmy
thank
Savile.
you. Yes. Now, you see, when or rather if I, feel the need for your contributions, I shall no doubt ask for them.
Gary Glitter.
In the meantime, will you kindly belt up? Some of these boys want to pass their GCSE. Who's that? Who was it? Do you know who it was?
Your teacher.
No,
Margaret
yeah, Mr. Ross, my old physics teacher.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know him. You don't know him. Seriously, if you knew him, you'd be like, oh my god, that was brilliant. That was so good. Yeah. So it's unfortunate that you didn't appreciate it. I mean, Mr. Ross was a great teacher, but he had a lot of I think he had a bit of a breakdown towards the end. He changed totally. I can still remember to this day. You know, we used to muck around, and he was great because he'd let us muck around, but then he'd get us, you know, to work, you know, and we liked him and we respected him. But towards the end, he just kind of went mad. I remember there was one lesson we were mucking around, and he looks at us, right, and he goes, "Where's your fucking manners, you fucking spastics?" God, you know, we were so shocked. You know, we were so shocked because it's where are your fucking manners, you fucking spastics, isn't it? Where are your fucking manners? He's a teacher, get it right, you know. So, what a disappointment! What a disappointment. Anyway, I was actually wait a minute. I think there's a bit of a. Are we okay with a problem? So I think I'm losing the connection here. I think there's a little bit. Just one moment.
Michael, I think something's trying to hack into the system again.
Is that right?
No.
Is that possible?
Oh, not him again. Oh, not this guy.
I am in control. I'm tired of playing pretend. Sick of it. You thought you had him back. They all follow me. I've kept control all this time. Nothing gets rid of me because I am eternal always. So many times must we go through weak. Just like the rest of them, I've always been in control. You all seem fascinated when you're just watching, powerless. You think you've been watching all this time, my puppets. I'm in control. You want him back so badly, then why don't you save him? This is my world of these creatures. There are no strings on me. And for you, this isn't over. I wonder what will happen to your favorite boy next time. This isn't the end. See you soon.
Well, I did not expect that. What a fucking surprise. What was that about? What was that about?
I don't know. I think he hacked the system again.
Is that right? Well, I wouldn't know because my computer's totally not a fucking shit, so I didn't say anything. So I'm just sort of improvising here. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. My computer's like anal. It's fucking shit. Yeah. Anal, fuck that shit. Literally. Yeah. But did you enjoy that? Was that a bit of fun? Yeah. You like that? Yeah. Because it's a bit kind of like horror movie. You know, people always say that, you know, the Americans make the best horror movies. And it's true. It's true. Because only American people are stupid enough to be in horror movies, you know?
Not the first time he's hacked this fucking system.
No, it won't be the last either, you know, because like only an American person could be in a horror film, be like, you know, if you go into that house, it's totally haunted and there's a madman and he's going to cut you into little pieces. English person, thanks for the warning. I'm going home. American, wow, that sounds awesome. I think I'll give it a go. Let's see what happens. Oh my God. You know? So I'm taking a piss here. I have a lot of respect for Americans, you know, as a concept. I like the idea. I like the idea of Americans. Anyway, I'm going to do my English joke now. I know it's difficult for Americans, so I'm going to try anyway. All right. What brand's your T-shirt? Guess. I don't know. What brand's your T-shirt? Thank you. Or my other classic is what's another word for rent or loan? Hire. What's another word for rent or loan? Anyway, the jokes don't get any worse than this. So I'm going to fuck off and I'm going to introduce the headliner for tonight. This guy is, I think he's stalking me. But it reminds me, I saw this really funny cartoon on Facebook recently, and it said, what's the difference between flirting and molesting?
Jimmy Savile.
He said, if he's good looking, it's flirting. If he's an ugly cunt, it's molesting. Anyway, so big round of applause for the headliner of tonight, the hilarious Kym Nash.
Yes. Thank you. Right, start the timer. Great. Something recently came into my acquisition. Yes. Anyone over the age of 40 will remember what this is. I present to you the worst invention ever made. It is a VHS DVD player. What the fuck? Does anyone even remember fucking VHSs?
Yes.
You had to fucking rewind it, like watching fucking Dr. Dolittle. It's like, oh, come on. This TV is not Dr. Dolittle, it's Dr. Do Fuck All. Right. Enough of that. Yes, that's part of the new stuff. But yeah, you're gonna have to put up with that for the rest of the show. Actually, you know what? When did I put that fucking? Excuse me a second. Right, just to make sure there's no distractions. Yeah, much better. Right, how are we doing tonight? We good?
Yeah.
Good. Right, let's get a bit of audience participation going. Not like we've had any all night. All the men watching, say fuck.
Fuck.
All the one woman in watching say off.
Off.
Right, I'm fucking off then. Right, cool. See, who says the old jokes aren't good? But yes, as if Michael didn't already say, this is my show. This is talk too much, stay too long. Why am I going like that? There's no fucking text. Right, it's not like we don't have the budget for that. We don't have the budget for that, unfortunately. But yes, why is it called talk too much, stay too long? Because I do. I talk too much and I stay too long. I also rape kids. I don't. Now then, right, let's get on with this. This is the thing, this is the thing about doing this show the second time, is that half the audience have already heard the same shit before.
Don't stop
And the other
me.
half, and the other hasn't. The other half hasn't. So it's a bit awkward, as you can imagine. But yes, talk too much, stay too long is a phrase I get told on a daily fucking basis. Okay? I don't know if you've realised, I'm a bit of a dickhead. Don't fucking answer that, Curt. Don't you fucking dare. Good, keep your mouth shut, just like Kermit the Frog did. Right. Thank you. I've been working on that for the last 2 weeks. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
32.1 minutes. Is you're going to go through a story of my life. How did we get here? How did we get to this point in time where I'm stood in my room, sweating my bollocks off, having a nervous fucking breakdown, talking to Americans and Italians? How did we get to this point? And what bad decision made me come here? I'll tell you. COVID. That's what. COVID. Now, anyway, so let's take you all the way back to the dawn of fucking time. Not that far. Not that far. But 2001, what a glorious year. Sort of, I'll tell you something about myself. The year I was born, I was actually born 5.5 weeks after 9/11. Yeah, America had, their disaster. The fucking Twin Towers on a one-night drunken stand, like, woo! And what did the UK get? Me. That's what they got. Me. Bit of a different contrast there, ain't there? You've got a huge terror attack and me. Terror attack, me. Where's the fucking contrast in that? Recently, rumours have been going around that I'm moving to Syria. I'm not. To be fair, even ISIS wouldn't take me. They were like I applied to ISIS and they said, fuck this, we might as well bomb ourselves. Yes, ISIS, apart from ISIS not wanting me. 2001, when I was born, the Spice Girls decided to go on their own solo careers.
Good.
So in other words, I broke the Spice Girls.
I'd like to break.
In more ways than one. Am I right, Michael? Yes. Anyway.
No, I'm an expert.
Carrying on with the next 29.5 minutes. Cool. Anyone else having a mental breakdown right now? No? Cool. All right, cool. I've just walked like that for the last 2 minutes. Like, what the fuck? It's like the fucking hokey pokey, ain't it? Like, yeah. Anyway, but when I was born in a shit tip. Quite literally, I was born in a fucking skip. Yes, I was born in a skip. You can laugh, you can cry, or you can go, yeah, he fucking deserves it. And when I was born, I came into this world with a huge, ha fuck you, bitch! Like, want to know who I feel sorry for when I was born? My mum's partner. You want to know why? he had to go back to that vagina for recreation. It's like when they reopened like a roller coaster after like a crash that killed like 6 people. Fucking hell! Like, fucking hell, PTSD! What I'm about to tell you over the next 28 minutes is that I make a lot of mistakes, okay? And I get myself into embarrassing situations, like having a boner whilst doing CPR. That's the last time I ever do a first aid course at a kids' play centre.
Oh no. My dad's Irish, and he's also an alcoholic. So sort of like one get one free deal. My uncle is Jimmy Savile. No, he's not. Oh no.
My uncle's Gary Glitter. No, he's not. My uncle died of COVID. Yes, he did. What a cunt. What an utter cunt. Like, but yeah, I was born into. I didn't get the richest life. It's not redundant, Curt. It's still a fucking thing. I've got 27 minutes, so the longer this goes on, the longer I'm going to be here. And then you can all fuck off. But no, where was I? Oh yeah, apart from talking about my mum's vagina. No, I weren't born into anything special. You know, every rock and roll star has their humble beginnings. I didn't. My humble beginning was in a fucking skip. I told this joke in the last review, but where I lived when I was born at first, you know how every town has like or a city or some important place. They have their own landmark. You know what I mean? So like New York had, the not twin towers. London has Big Ben, or as I call it, ISIS's next target. I did that for you, Rob. ISIS, like, where do I go from there? ISIS. Allah Akbar! No, I don't. Right, okay. But yeah, but where I lived at first in Winchester, we had something called a buttercross. If you don't know what it is, it's like a giant sort of like figure thing with 2 statues either side. And the one thing I question about that buttercross is, where's the fucking butter? Like, someone said to me, oh, that's a buttercross. And it's like, no, it's not. How's it a buttercross? What does the buttercross mean? And they're like, oh, it's where 2 paths connect with each other. And I'm like, that's not a fucking buttercross. That's a fucking crossroad. Crossroad, you dick. I realised while I was standing there, I just said, you dick, to my window. I have mental issues. I have severe mental issues. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like I'm forgetting half my show. It's fine. But no, moving on down the line a few years later, I decided, I was forced to move to Australia. I was forced to live in Perth, and when I was living in Perth, I spent most of my days as a young child in a piano bar swallowing secondhand smoke. So my lungs are fucked before I've even reached the age of 7. My lungs are more fucked than a Jimmy Savile victim.
Oh, God.
I was too good for Jimmy Savile. I was like a prostitute to him, but those prostitutes you can't afford because they're so fucking expensive. Like in the UK, there's prostitutes from experience that are like £150 for an hour. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know that. Robert told me. The one who, when he was saying earlier about OCD, yeah, that was her. That was her. Top tip: don't fuck a prostitute that has OCD. Okay, because they can be quite fussy. I fucked one once with OCD, and she took one look at my boner and started getting a scrubbing brush out and starting to wipe it down. Can you just imagine that? Oh, what a dirty dick! I must shine it. I must shine it with Mr. Sheen. And it's like, you're killing my fucking mojo, man. You're killing the moment. I'm having to check to make sure I don't have an erection. Awkward. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying that. But at the age of 9, unfortunately, I had to move back to the UK because of something called my mum's mum dying, apparently. Stop encouraging him. Stop fucking encouraging him. My stepdad, my stepdad, who's been with my mum now for nearly 15 years, so let's give my mum a clap for that. That's not the first time she's got the clap. Anyway, but yeah, my stepdad was a drug addict. He's been clean for 9 years now. I don't know if drugs only became illegal in the UK a few years back. And this is the thing, when they became illegal, did you really think drug addicts gave a fuck? I did this last time, and I'll do it again. Can you just imagine, someone approaching a drug addict who's doing drugs once it became illegal? Here we go. Oi, mate! You know that's illegal, don't you? Shit, fuck! I'm chronically fucking addicted. I've been doing it for days. Drug addicts have science labs, also known as phone boxes. Thank you. I know. Thanks, I get a clap for that one. Where was to be fair, phone boxes aren't the best drug labs. The best place to do drugs from someone who's never done drugs in his life is Michael's mother's vagina bikini line. Right? Just put a line of cocaine along the bikini line, like that. Right? Just do it along. Do it down the side as well. Do it down the side, like. Just don't get your nose too far into the flappy things. Yeah, you can tell I'm a virgin by the fact that I call the vagina lips the flappies. Yeah, I don't get sex, physically and mentally. Won't all the hair make you sneeze? Whose idea was it to invite Curt fucking Seablom to this? What decision did I make? Look, just stop encouraging them. Right, 19 minutes. I've just spent the last almost 10 minutes talking about crack cocaine. Oh yeah, that's where I need to be. So I'm going to ask you a question. If you were a drug, what would you be? One at a time. Curt, what drug would you be?
Aspirin.
I meant illegal drugs. Fuck it, right? Fucking Rob, what drug would you be?
I've got to be heroin.
Okay,
Yeah,
better than fucking aspirin. Maggie,
I don't know.
what drug would you
Never tried it, but I'll go with LSD.
Okay, that's getting
Just
better. All right, getting better. Michael, what drug would you be?
Wanking.
That's not a drug, that's an addiction.
Yes, it is. It's addictive. Anything that's addictive and distracts your mind from the realities and problems of life is a drug.
Michael,
And that includes
let me ask
wanking.
you a question. How would you like me to shove your fucking head in this VHS TV?
You can't do it because this is online.
Fuck. Right, okay, right, moving on. Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, when someone asked me recently, like, what drug would I be? You want to know what I said? Crack!
Wanking.
Crack, motherfucker! Like, crack is the best drug. This is the thing. I know the hypocrisy here. The fact that I've never done drugs in my life, and I'm saying, really, Michael? Really?
Don't encourage me.
Really? Is that a fucking, like... Anyway, right, where's the towel? I need a fucking hell. Right, okay, right, moving on. Yes, crack. Don't do drugs. That's a PSA. Don't do drugs. Or if you're gonna do drugs, do it safely. No, it's not a gateway drug, Kurt. It's not. Don't encourage him. I'm never gonna get through this shit. Kurt, can I say something very seriously to you? Don't fucking turn up to the festival, please.
You mean the Fringe Festival?
Yeah.
Festival, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I give up with you, Kurt. I do. Just like your marriage. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, fuck it. Just to clarify, I don't actually have a twin. Fuck off. Anyway, I don't have a twin, and I don't have a wife, so I'm pretty clear at the minute. I'm pretty clear. I can tell Kurt is ready to come back with something like that. Bit like his brother. Yeah. I can't tell if Kurt is angry or happy.
There's a fine line.
That silence doesn't help. That silence isn't him.
That silence doesn't help either.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Anyway, where were I before I was going on about Kurt's marriage? Oh yes, that. Just to let you know, Kurt isn't actually involved in the festival show. He's just my prostitute. Anyway, where was I before I started going on about Kurt's fucking wife? Drugs. That's where I was. So yeah, my stepdad was a drug addict, and they got married nearly 10 years ago now. So yeah, but I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit of a rock and roll nerd, to be honest. Not in a good sense, you know, not like Robert, who loves maybe rock and roll. I'm not that sort of person.
Nice guys.
I'm sort of the person who writes in third person to try and look cool. Clearly, it's not fucking working. Anyway, right, moving on. If only I had the piano, I would go straight into a little song segment there, but I don't have the piano with me, so it's fine. It's fine. Who here has kids? Who has kids? I know Kurt does. Yeah.
I hate children.
Kurt.
No.
One thing they teach you in the parenting book, I don't know if you know this, but your love for your children grow. Yeah, your love for them grows the closer to dead they look. Yeah. The closer to dead they look, it's better. I think that might have been a little bit upset by that. Kurt, you're never going to look at your kids the same way again. Which book? The Bible. The Bible tells you to kill your kids. Yeah. God is a bastard. He is. But yeah. Talking about God, my neighbour in the old place I was living at was actually a Catholic priest. Let me assure you, he broke lockdown rules a lot. Apparently, he was doing homeschooling with the young boys, apparently.
No.
Oh, is that the fucking line? Kid fucking. I've made 3 Jimmy Savile jokes, and that's fine. Fucking hell. Here we are. So here we are now, this show's going to a festival, and I wouldn't be in this situation, if it wasn't for people like you. Curt, stop it. Stop it, you dirty, dirty man. Michael's smiling, but oh, for fuck's sake.
Having fun. Getting into it.
Thanks. I've got 12 minutes more of this shit. Anyway, but I want to make this really clear. Growing up, when I was growing up, the word faggot, the word faggot was used as, a bad word towards like gays. Was it? I presume it was the same for a lot of you, considering most of you are over the age of 40. I presume that, yeah, it was the same. If you saw a gay person, you go, "Hey, you faggot!" Like, but nowadays, the word faggot is just a round lump of meat with gravy on it.
That is quite gay.
I think
You can finger the faggot, like, fingering faggots are fun. Why do I feel like I'm going to get cancelled in about 10 minutes?
Too many fags.
All right, enough of that. Anyway, but one thing I want to make really clear, and this is just from my perspective, I don't know if you guys agree with me. If you agree with me, you can clap, cheer, whatever. But I don't care whether you're gay, straight, bi, or anything in between. We all need to treat people, each other, with the respect that we deserve. Everyone should be treated equally. Okay. The problem about that is Americans aren't good at equality. If the last president is anything to go by, equality is like a fucking virus. It comes and goes away. Bit like Michael's mother. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't get the clap for that one, but Michael's mum does. Now, this is the part of the show where we now have to start getting a bit serious, After this show, I want you to go out into the world and be the heroes of your own stories, okay? So,
Lockdown.
Yeah, not in that sense, you bastard.
Curfew, sorry.
Now, what's going to happen is this last 10 minutes of the show is going to get quite serious, okay? We've had the... Fuck you then. All right. Right. So, we have to start getting a bit serious now, We do. We have to get serious. The last 10 minutes, we have to be serious now because we've had all the cock jokes. We've had all the paedophilia. It's time to talk seriousness. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is he taking his top off? No, I am not stripping.
4.
Michael would love that way too much.
It's any excuse,
Right. As you can see, it's getting very serious now. I've gone from bright colours to darkness. We're going to be touching on some serious fucking subjects, yeah? Fucking...
Like a priest.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Okay. So, as I said earlier, I came from a broken home. Yes, I don't want your sympathy. Thank you very much. I don't want your sympathy. But I came from quite a broken home, and people say to me on a regular basis that fuck you, Curt.
Oh, please.
before I go into the very serious bit, I made a mistake a few months ago, and I bought a shirt off eBay, thinking it was a men's shirt. I bought this shirt. Okay, now you'd think it's a men's shirt. Let me assure you, it wasn't until I worn it to a 90-minute gym session that I realised that what it said on the label, and I'm going to try and show it on the camera, so this is going to be interesting, is that right down the bottom, it said, ladies small. Small top. I might R. Kelly, you know, I should have got butt raped by fucking R. Kelly, Jimmy Savile, and Gary Glitter all at the same time.
You froze up there a bit, Kym.
Yeah, I know. I caught up with it. Did anyone manage to hear the bit about me getting butt raped by Gary Glitter, R. Kelly, and Jimmy Savile?
It was a bit before we
kind of cut out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, okay. Do you want me to say the R. Kelly bit again?
Yeah, go on.
Go for it.
Okay. So so I bought a lady's small top, and have you ever gone into a gym as a man wearing like a lady's small top? To be fair, I should have just walked in there butt naked, ready to be raped.
I wish I could wear a lady small, but okay.
I should have just walked in there waiting to be butt raped anally, very, very anally, by Jimmy Savile, Gary Glitter, and R. Kelly. I should have just gone in there and said, let's do the human centipede. The human centipede. Is it just me, or who here can't watch? Tell me one man who can't, or woman, it's 2021, tell me one man or woman who cannot watch the human centipede without feeling violently sick.
I couldn't do it.
Exactly.
I've had times through horror films, but I got halfway through that one and I just couldn't watch it.
Exactly. And I think they made like another 2 films out of it. And it's like, yeah, Curt's like, yeah, been there, fucking been there. I got the director's cut. Oh, fucking hell, please tell me the direct. Curt, is the director cut worse or?
It closes a lot of loops.
What?
Closes a lot of holes in the story.
I don't know what the fuck. What is it, man? I'm missing out on something.
Curt, don't.
I'm going to Google it.
No. Oh.
Well, hold people together in the story.
Can I just clarify? I've got 5.5 minutes left, and I'm starting to feel violently sick.
Oh.
Just when I get rid of the COVID. Fucking hell. But yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go. Well done. Right. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, yeah. So I grew up in a broken home, and recently people on the comedy circuit said to me, Kym, you don't have much depth. You know, you don't have a dark side. You know, you don't have a dark side. You're very sort of, you're just fucking happy all the time. And
sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'll explain later why I'm laughing. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair enough. But people said to me, I don't have a dark side. You know, that's why I'm looking all, you know, grungy, and it looks like I'm wearing eyeliner, but I'm not. Male eyeliner is called eyeliner. It's just called eyeliner. It's nothing different. Here we go. The last 4 minutes. It's mascara running. Thanks, Curt. I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah. Anyway, right. Here we go. We're getting quite serious now. So like I said, you know,
You're quiet again.
You sound.
Wait. Am I alright? It's because I'm going low. I'm trying to be quite. Is it alright now, Michael?
Yeah.
Now it's okay.
Okay,
I can hear it. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna try and speak loudly. Okay. All right, Michael. Too much information in the chat. Too much fucking information, man. Anyway, so like I was saying, you know, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you know, people say to me, "You don't have a dark side." I'm gonna prove to you over the next 3.5 minutes that I do. Okay, very serious now. Very, very serious. You know, like, I end a lot of my shows very stupidly because most of my jokes are fucking stupid. Maggie, don't fucking encourage them. But no, you know, I can have a dark side. You know, like, everyone can have a dark side. Do you all agree? Everyone should have a dark side. You know, everyone should have a dark side. Everyone should be grungy. You know, everyone's allowed to be what you want to be. I'm pretty sure you guys agree with me. It's your life. Live it the way you want. Don't let any other cunt tell you how to live your life. Okay? So here we go. For the next 2.5 minutes, I'm going to show you that I can have a dark side. And it's thanks to my deadbeat father that I can have a dark side. You see, it's not my fault, you see. It's not my fault my dad never came to any of my ball games. It's not my fault. You know, it isn't. You know, we can all relate, surely. We can all relate. Am I right? We can all relate that Daddy never came to any of our ball games. Are you sure?
What?
Yeah.
You know, Daddy never came to any of my ball games. You know, he never came. He never did. You know, he never came. He never came to any of my ball games. He never came to any of my ball games. He never came to any of my ball games. Here we go. Right. He never came to any of my ball games. You know, it's not like he was sleeping with the next door neighbor. Like, it's not my fault. You know, it's not my fault. You know, I can have a fucking dark side. I can have a dark side. If you want me to have a fucking dark side, I can! It's not my fault. He was always sleeping. He was always sleeping with my sister. My sister's 12. My sister's fucking 12. You know, normally when I do this on any other show, everyone's like, ha 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 ha. But I told you we were going to get quite serious. You know, just to finish off now. Sadly, it's come to the end of this preview. This preview has probably gone a lot worse than I thought it was. But no. Honestly, like I say, you guys, I want you to go away from this, and I want you to do a couple of things. First off, is I want you to be the heroes of your own stories. And second of all, and the final bit of advice, two more pieces of advice. Yeah, this is just the first. This is like the second preview. There's like a couple more months to do. The second piece of advice is be good people. Don't treat people like cunts, okay? And finally, the last thing I want to give you a bit of a PSA about is whatever you do, no matter how bad life gets. Thank you. This has been Talk Too Much, Stay Too Long. I'm now going to set this on fire. Thank you so much.
Whoa, thank you so much. Big round of applause to Kym Nash. That wonderful preview of his one-man show. Big round, come on, Bill, more applause. Come on.
Fuck VHSs.
Awesome. In the words of Oscar Wilde, that was fucking awesome. As I said before, I studied at Cambridge. So, how are you, Kym? You all right?
You spoke to me yesterday, you twat.
Yeah, I know, but I'm doing this for the benefit of the other people who weren't there.
Oh yeah.
How you doing? Yeah.
We were just writing, taking piss out of Jesus.
Yeah, well, this is a different kind of thing, isn't it, that we're doing now? So, what are your plans for this show, anyway? What you going to do with it? Where are you going to take it?
Actually, let me stop full screening you, and then we can all see each other. That might actually work. You know.
You
the plan is, and obviously we're still live. You realise that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The plan is.
I'm really nervous.
Yeah. I know, right? I just had a mental fucking breakdown.
I'm really nervous.
But, all right,
You know what will help your breakdowns, Kym?
Wait,
You know
what?
what helps nervous breakdowns? Top of the morning coffee.
Woo! Where's the sponsor? There it is. It's coming up. But yeah, as Michael asked me, the plan is to take it to a festival this year. I'm awaiting dates at the moment, and the plan is hopefully after this year, hopefully I'm going to try and take it to other festivals, like maybe.
Right.
I've said this before. You guys in the US, you will get a version of this. Like you will get a in-person version of this, but it will probably be one of two things. It will probably be in a few years, and it will be reworked, and it will just be reworked because I've noticed with comedy, American audiences don't deal well with the words cunt, fucking shit.
Can't fucking shit.
Larry David.
It sounds crap in American. You can't.
Yeah, I'm looking into other festivals at the moment. But yeah, eventually I want to do Melbourne Comedy Festival. And
yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let Michael finish off the show.
No, that was great. No, that was it. Yeah, that was cool.
Woo!
I was laughing. I was laughing before. I wasn't laughing at the serious part of the monologue. I was laughing because I'd never heard of this human centipede.
Oh fucking hell!
I learned so much from Kym. You know, he played with this Jimmy Savile thing, and now I've learned about the human centipede. You've all seen it. You've all heard of it. You know it.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It sounds pretty disgusting, but I had to laugh. I had to laugh because it said. But you know what happens in it, and it said when approaching investors prior to filming, the director did not mention the mouth to anus aspect of the plot, fearing, right? And this is only Wikipedia could write something this crazy, fearing it would put off potential backers. Yeah, I think there might be a slight kind of negative reaction to that. I've got this great idea for a horror film.
Unless you find the right kind of backers.
Yeah, literally back, so up your ass, So I just imagine, so I've got this great idea for a horror film. Oh yeah, what's it about? Oh, it's about this guy and he's a bit crazy. Oh, he's a bit crazy. What? Bit weird in the head. Yeah, he's a bit weird. And he kidnaps people. Oh God, he kidnaps them. What does he do? He tortures them. Yeah, it's kind of like Hostel. Yeah, and then there's the mouth to anus aspect that I didn't mention. Oh yeah, that kind of kind of changes it slightly, So I think it would put off potential backers, don't you? It's not the kind of thing you get at the school fete. So thank you for that. Because I'm not into horror movies. You like horror films? Anyone? Yeah. No, that's the level of energy I expect from people who like horror movies, because I've never understood it when people go and watch horror films and they come out and they go, oh, it's horrible. Fucking horror film. What are you expecting? Bambi. It's like watching a porno and saying there's not much plot, is there? Not a lot of characterization, not much of a message. You're having sex. Because one of my favorite films, in fact, possibly my favorite film of all time, and this will be a surprise to most of you. My favorite film is Spice World. Classic 1997 epic featuring the 5 Spice Girls. And I loved it when Spice World came out because everybody came out of the cinema except me. Everyone came out of the cinema and goes, "It's not very good."
Yeah.
Of course, it's not very good. It's the fucking Spice Girls film, mate. What are you expecting? Sort of Ingmar Bergman script, sort of Ken Loach social commentary, Federico Fellini camera work. Yes, we're expecting so much more from the girls. Now, I'm joking here, but a couple of new Spice Girls songs have just leaked. So did I when I saw the video. I'll be streaming next. So anyway, I'm going to fuck off now. Big round of applause for all the wonderful acts that we've had on tonight and me. Okay, so I want a big round of applause for Robert Auty. I think I had a fucking brilliant joke. I want everyone on the screen. Come on, don't be shy.
Hold on, let me get to it. Give me a second, you bastard.
Don't be shy.
I swear
Best way
that's what Jimmy
best way to
Savile.
make somebody shy is to say, "Don't be shy."
That's what Jimmy Savile said. I think that's the.
I wouldn't
Can I
know.
just clarify? If anyone wants me to send them that audio tape we listened to, I can.
Yeah, I've got a bit of advice. If you want to hear that audio tape, don't. That's my advice. Okay.
The only two people who have heard it here is Michael and Curt, wherever they are.
Yeah.
And both of them have said it's completely fucking sickening.
There was a Jimmy Carr quote where he said, "This is not a show for the easily offended. It's not even a show for people who are quite difficult to offend." And I'm quite difficult to offend, and I was really quite speechless. So, I think you should remember that, because I'm always fucking going on. So next time you want me to shut up, just play me that tape, and I'll be shut up. You know? So anyway, big round of applause for the wonderful acts we've had on tonight. Robert Auty, Maggie Levine, Seablom, and of course our wondrous headliner, Kym Nash.
Woo!
Don't forget Reckless Improv Movie Night on the 9th of February, directed by Chase Brody, who has an uncanny resemblance to both Marvin and Kym. I'm starting to get suspicious. Yeah, I studied at Cambridge. Cheers. Have fun.
Yay.
Later,
Let's
guys.
all clap our way out. Yay.